Welcome to the winds of Jupiter.
"2016 was a year of completion. I know many, including myself, who will be happy to leave 2016 in the dust. 2017 is the year of endings and new beginnings. I dreamt the other night for you to follow where Pluto, the planet of transformation and endings and beginnings, is in your chart with respect to the other planets, which makes sense since 2017 is a year of endings and new beginnings. Mars is direct all of 2017, so energy from the warrior planet shouldn't be an issue. As we go into 2017, Mercury will be retrograde until January 8th. This is a hangover time from New Year's, and perhaps it's best to defer your New Year's resolutions until the 8th of January, when all the planets will be direct until February 6th. This definitely is an auspicious time. However, 2017 is not a year of immediate gratification. Work hard and stay cool and collected, and rewards will come to you. It's like, or as if, I hear the tumblers of a safe slowly clicking into place. When the safe is finally open, you will receive what you deserve. 2017 is a prelude to the up-and-coming stellar year of 2018. Before we get started, I'd like to explain my unique tarot spread that I put together so you have a more fulfilling experience in your readings. The 7 core cards depict the 7 chakra energy points of the body. The 3 cards on the left depict the bottom part of the body, the spine, the pelvic, the solar plexus. The center is the heart. To the right is the throat, the third eye, and the crown. They all have their own place in what you're doing in your life, but this is the unconscious inner self versus the conscious for self on the right side. We've all done things in our lives that we're guilty of that we all of a sudden say, why did I do that? And why did I say that? I believe there's a massive disconnect between our unconscious self and our conscious self and the actions that we bring out into the outer world. The lower right-hand card is the base of the spine. This is a culmination of who you are, from past lives to childhood traumas to childhood cherished memories to today. We're ever evolving all the time, and that's why I call it sourcing and urgings instead of foundation. The second card up, the pelvic or the sacrum, depicts actually emotional and spiritual growth, or growth of any kind, and also sexual prowess, and how you think about all this in your unconscious mind and how it comes out into the world. I call this the awakening or the arousing for growth, but it's more on a cosmic level because the cosmos has natural laws that are in harmony. But then we go up here to the solar plexus, which Actually, they call the navel as well. And we're dealing with something completely different because this is a universal life force that you're thinking about. And it's more of feeling and sensing, is what I call it. And you're erupting into an awakening close to your subconscious. The central card, as I had mentioned, is the heart of the matter or the situation. You're concerning. You're caring and concerning and loving, but you have questions and you want them answered. The bottom right is the throat, and I call this the communicating and teaching. But actually, we should be listening as much as we communicate. This is where you make your moral values, your ethical, moral values. This is where you change as you're going into a society and how you feel about it. The second card up is called seeing or visualizing. It's the third eye in chakra. Something close to enlightenment and putting things into perspective. And the crowning card on the top right, I consider knowing and understanding. But knowing is one thing, but if you can't apply it to wise actions, it's not wisdom. When I'm done with that, I would be putting a card on the left side that will represent your past. I'll be putting a card on the right side that represents your future. And then I will be using the bottom of the card of the deck as more of the energy of the reading. And it could be the outcome, but we really don't know. And at the end of that, we will be putting one of Doreen Virtue's angel cards out to see what's up for 2017. I'll be using the Conley Tarot deck for all the readings. It's new to me. I have a new channel. We have a new year. And I decided that it was time to buy a new deck of cards, and actually I really like them. So onward with the readings. Hi there, Capricorn. Let's see what's in store for you for the year 2017. At the base of your spine of what I'm calling sourcing and urgings is the Eight of Pentacles. You became an accomplished person. You went from apprenticeship to the master to teaching. Underneath each chakra energy point, there's a miniature clarification card. And you got the Five of Wands. In the midst of becoming accomplished, there's been a lot of conflict, bruised egos, discord. Perhaps it's only you that feels the accomplishments and other people around you are not. Here up in the pelvic, or what I call it, the awakening and arousing, you got the Nine of Swords, the sorrow card. Something is keeping you up at night. And you're wondering why this all happened. You're not progressing emotionally and spiritually. Something has stopped you. Perhaps it's this conflict here at the base of your spine. The clarification card is the Knight of Cups. The dreamy guy that's easily discouraged or persuaded as well. It's an immature idea of life. Up here in your solar plexus, or what I call your feelings and sensing, it's the Four of Swords. He's telling you that you have to mellow out. You have to sit back and start meditating about where you've been, where you're at right now, and where you're going. The clarification card is the Death card. He's telling you that you have to change, you have to transform, but you have to think about it and do it methodically and do it right. Down here at the heart of the matter is the Page of Cups. If you thought the Knight of Cups was a dreamy time person, this person even avoids reality. Walks around with head in the clouds. I don't always say this because he can be offering a cup of opportunity and a cup of love, but here I'm not picking it up from on the left side, your unconscious side. When he does come out of the clouds, he feels disappointment because he's into reality and it's not where he's been living in his mind. The clarification card, it's the Knight of Wands. It's a Fury card, a card of feeling of fire and spontaneity and quick motion. But then again, from experience, I found the Knight of Wands will probably hit you silly with his wand while he gallops by on his horse. You wondered what happened. Down here in the throat, what I'm calling communicating and teaching, you have the Ten of Wands. It's been a heavy load. It's been a lot of work to get where you're at. Or you feel like it's been a lot of work. But you're at 10. It's an ending, a new beginning, and you're going to be going through a new cycle. And here again, you have the dreamy time Page of Cups. In case you missed it, here's the Page of Cups again. So it's telling you have to start relating to reality. Pages can bring messages, and perhaps the message is that you have to get your head out of the clouds and go back into the real world, the outer world. Here in the third eye, or what I'm calling seeing and envisioning and putting things into perspective, is the Seven of Swords. This is a charlatan card. Someone is stealing from you, or you're stealing from someone. And here the clarification card is the Ten of Wands again. Just in case you missed it, it's here again that whatever's happening here and whatever's being taken has been a heavy load. I found too that if there's a controlling situation, controlling is a lot of work, and sometimes the controller goes out of control. Up here in the crown, what I'm calling knowing and understanding is materialism. This is in the Conley deck, but in the Rider-Waite deck, it's the Devil. And the Devil actually rules Capricorn, and for some reason, you're in bondage. Something is controlling you, and maybe in a chain reaction from the chains here that I'm seeing, you're controlling somebody else. This is not a happy situation, stealing, a lot of work, head in the clouds, no reality. Needing to meditate and change, having sorrow, having conflict. Here's the clarification card. It says you got the Ace of Pentacles. You're being the green light. The green light's saying, yeah, the earthly realm is giving you money, but it hasn't had a lot of meaning to you. You've wanted other things. And it appears from having the cups here is that you've been seeking some type of love that's eluded you and slipped through your fingers. Let's see now. Your past card is once again the Ace of the Ace of Pentacles. You've gotten it twice again. But then this is associated with the materialism or devil card. You've been your finances in the past have been very stable and you haven't had to worry about it. It's been more about equilibrating your emotions, going out of sorrow, and finding some type of fulfillment. Your future card is Ace of Swords. It's another card for new beginning, but the Ace of Swords has two edges to it. It can heal or harm, it can rebuild or hurt. And it's giving you that opportunity to do either one. Okay, the bottom of the deck card is Judgment. Somewhere, somehow, this overall feeling, rather than an outcome, is an overall feeling of this whole spread is that You've been accountable for your behavior in the past, and you will get what you deserve, for the good or the bad. Here's the Doreen Virtue card. Ariel. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. Here it is, the meditation and transformation. You're having to get your head out of the clouds and start going into reality. And if you do, it's not going to be as much work. And I think you'll find your destiny then and eventual fate. If you can do that, you're going to have a great 2017.